Hey fam, my name is Katie Sky, and I wanted to make a video about something. Why am I nervous? This has been on my mind for a while, and I've been debating whether or not to make this video, and I think I want to do this. This is the story of my bullying story, and I was bullied, and it was really hard, and this is how it got better. So, to start off, I want to tell you that I am bisexual. I like girls, and I like boys. And I found this out around 8th grade, around 12, 13, 14. And in middle school, the middle school I went to, it was one of those Catholic private schools where it's one group of kids per grade, so it's like the 30-ish kids, like 15 girls, 15 boys, and you pretty much stay with them as you go up grades. And so I had gone to this school, I'd moved into this school in 4th grade, made some friends, had a best friend. We're gonna call her E. E and I were best friends. And then around 6th, 7th grade, we kind of started growing apart, and I think it was E who might have been the one who made me question, maybe I'm not, I'm not saying, I think she might be the first person who made me think, what's going on here? What are these feelings? Do I like her as more than a friend? What even is more than a friend? So she noticed me looking at her a lot. And can I just say, yeah, I was bullied in 8th grade really, really bad because of misunderstandings, and I was so misunderstood. I think E thought that okay, you know Mean Girls? You know the movie Mean Girls? With Janet and Regina, and that conversation where, okay, so we used to be best friends, right? I know, right? Well, and you remember that story? So in Mean Girls, when I watched that, it hit a little too hard for home for me. So yeah, basically that, and she started getting concerned, like, why are you looking at me? And just, and I didn't know, I was just figuring out, I don't think I said, yes, E, I think I like you, I think I like you, but I think just, I made her uncomfortable, and it just started going around that I'm being weird. Another thing that goes into this, my history, my background, is I am adopted from Russia, and my early childhood, I was adopted at 9 months old. The orphanage I was in was very poor, and the kids didn't get very good care, so I developed a thing called reactive attachment disorder, which means relationships are no walk in the park. I push everyone away, and I distrust everyone, and I think everyone hates me, even if they're trying to help me. It's this really sad thing. So, with the help of some child therapists and just some great people in my life, I've pretty much overcome that. But here and there are some teeny tiny remnants of it there, but I've pretty much overcome reactive attachment disorder. As I said, I don't think I was looking at this girl who used to be my best friend in a sexual or romantic way. I think I was just discovering my love for people. You know, just observing people and just watching them grow, and I had watched these girls in my class grow, and just the love that I had for them, that made it even worse, being rejected by them, and you still love them, not in a sexual or romantic way. If I keep saying that, it's because this still affects me a lot. And I guess maybe one day she confronted me and why are you looking at me? And I think my response could have been something like, I don't know, I just think you're really pretty. And I think she mistook that, or misunderstood that, and blew it way out of proportion, and it's, I'm trying to let go, I'm trying to make peace with this, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm making this video, is it still gets to me. I still think about it. Everything I'm saying in this video, I think about still, and I'm 20. So word spread around the class, and I was being swarmed with questions like, "Do you like girls? Why are you looking at her? What do you feel like? It's making her uncomfortable. Why are you bi-curious?" Which is a word that I learned that year. Bi-curious means like thinking you might be bisexual, and me thinking that I kind of liked the attention and thought that these girls were there for me and I could be open about it. So I said, maybe, I don't know. And they were not, in fact, there for me. And little Katie didn't know how to stand up for herself and didn't know how to handle situations. And that made it very easy for the girls to bully me. They blew everything I did way out of proportion, like looking at them in class or... stop staring at me. Stop staring at me. Why are you staring at me? Teacher, she's staring at me. If I were that teacher, okay, you're in my lecture and you raise your hand not to ask a question pertinent to the lecture, but she's looking at you. But yeah, that was a thing. I was in the principal's office so much. Oh gosh. They made me feel guilty. They made me believe that I was like a monster or a bully, or... They tried to make it look like I was trying to hurt them. Like in gym class, if there was a game that involved tagging, they would always overreact and oh, she hit me! Oh my gosh, I fell on the ground! Did you see what she just did to me? And you know what, Katie? Go back to the locker room. That's another thing. Oh, this is the worst part. Among this whole drama and admitting that, I don't know, I might be bi-curious. I think I just liked the attention, but I was questioning it, and I was figuring out that I wasn't who I thought I was, which is scary, especially when you've been taught that being gay is wrong. So I was just figuring out that I'm not who I think I was, and that in itself is hard enough, but the locker room situation, hypersexualization of the LGBT community, thinking that every gay girl just wants to have sex with everyone and they're just sexual predators. I was 12. They put me in the boys' locker room. The boys weren't in there. It was like the girls' gym day and the boys' gym day, so it was the girls' gym day, and they went to the girls' locker room, and I went to the boys' locker room by myself, and just the segregation, the ostracization, and the feeling like I can't do anything, and I'm not part of their group anymore, and just, like, the worst part I remember is, there were these tiny moments where I forgot all of this, and I just felt like I was one of the gang again, one of the pals again, and, I would just be sharply reminded that I'm not. I would try to make a remark or say something, and they would, "Why are you saying that?" Okay, stop looking at me. And I just remember how much that hurt. Just feeling for like a split second like I was one of the girls again, and the sharp reminder, and okay. So they made me believe that I was some kind of monster, and I really hated myself, and I was really hard on myself. I was suicidal, actually, in 8th grade. And when my father and I recently brought this back up and started talking about it, what a great idea, middle school. Let's take this girl who is being segregated and ostracized and bullied by 15 other girls. You know what? She might be suicidal, depressed. She's a victim of bullying. Let's put her in a locker room by herself, unsupervised. So then I went to high school and another Catholic private school. And some of the girls from my middle school came to high school with me, and I was so like, oh no, I'm taking them with me. So I was very, very distrusting and like closed off in the beginning of 9th grade, just being so afraid to even interact with those girls at all, because I was afraid they were going to be like, oh yeah, I went to middle school with that girl. She's a total lesbo. Don't interact with her at all. I didn't let myself feel anything or express anything. Well, I just felt like, keep it on the down low. Shh. Hide it. Don't let anyone know. And just, I was very afraid of the social rejection happening over again. I was afraid of the locker room situation. I did, in gym class, I did get to change with the girls, but I was so afraid just like keep your head down, don't look, don't. The girls weren't in my gym class, thank God. Like, I can only imagine. But at the same time, I was slowly learning how to stand up for myself and realize that I deserve better and they can't tell me what to do, and like, I deserve better. And just because I do this doesn't mean, just because I want their approval and I want to be their friend doesn't mean I have to listen to that and like take it. So I learned that I have value and I deserve better, and I slowly just like pulled my tail out from in between my legs and like just, stood up a little taller. Not like in front of them, not like, I didn't say it to their face, but like I very slowly like, eased up. And yeah, ninth grade was the year that I came out to myself. There was a girl that I had a crush on in high school, and she was also bisexual, and just, she was sort of open about it, and I remember, I think it was actually a specific moment. We were walking in the hallway, she was walking this way, I was walking that way to my locker, and I think, I don't know if it was that moment, but I was like, you know what? Maybe I do like girls, and you know what? That's okay. And it just kind of started going up from there, my recovery. It didn't stop there. I came out in other ways, not just like, hey, I like girls. And that is so not the only part of my identity. Can I just say, just because I'm bisexual, that is so not the only part of my identity. So I came out in other ways. I expressed myself. It just got better. Slowly I like stood up and like opened up and, tried to make people laugh, and slowly I recovered. My social anxiety was really bad in high school. One, the like fear of being judged, and also like the physical anxiety. I remember like, I didn't have like a panic attack where I like started hyperventilating and shaking or throwing up, but I just remember like a shakiness in my body, just like maybe not physically shaking, sometimes like stage fright, you get shaky hands, but it just felt like butterflies in my chest, and I just, also the like, everyone's judging me, be quiet, don't let anyone know anything, just shut up, they're judging you. So that was really bad in high school. Also depression came up, especially in junior year. I remember junior year being really bad. Something about trigonometry, or I think it was trigonometry, especially math class. I would just get so depressed, and I felt so heavy and unmotivated to do anything, and I felt heavy. I think that's the biggest word. It's just heavy, and it's like, you don't care. Like, hey, if you don't try hard in this class, you're like gonna fail. It's just like, I don't care. And that was the scariest part. Like, I don't care. I just didn't listen to like the voice of reason. And this is the weird thing. I was prescribed medication that is working for me. I would think it was junior year I started taking this medication for anxiety and depression, and it helped. And when I went to college, I was in college, they let you, in high school, I would just walk out of the classroom because I just had enough, and I just walked away because I didn't care. In my college, you can get accommodations that allow you to walk out of the classroom if you need to. But I didn't need to use that. Depression and anxiety had gone down. And I just like, high school, it kind of got better. Some bad things here and there, misunderstandings, things like that. But in college, it got better. First of all, in high school, in my sophomore year of high school, I met Chelsea, who is my best friend, and I am getting choked up. Before Chelsea, I did not know what a real friend felt like. I would have trouble, I would say something and, ask for advice, and the person would say, well, then they're not a real friend, and I would be like, what? No, yeah, they are. No, you don't understand. But Chelsea showed me what a real friend looks like, and I'm so grateful for Chelsea. She was exactly what I needed. I just, I want a girl who I can be close with and get to know, and who I can hang out with and not be ostracized for it. And thank you so much, Chelsea. I can be myself around her, and I love it. Another positive experience was the summer before high school. I went to a summer camp, and we had 2 weeks with this group, this cabin of girls, and We went on a long hiking trip together, and that was the end of the first week. We came back from the trip, and I was feeling really happy, and just, I love these girls so much, and I got the nerve to say, hey, I may or may not be a little bit gay, and they were like, woohoo, and they gave me a hug and clapped me, and clapped for me, and said congratulations, and they hugged me and said, and that's okay. And I was, inside I was kind of like, so I still get to sleep in the cabin with you guys? So you're not going to make me, like, go shower in the boys' cabin or the boys' bathroom or anything? I can still sleep here, and, like, is that okay? But that was such a positive experience for me. Oh my gosh. One thing I forgot to add is my parents' reaction to me being gay, so I'm going to add that in now. At first, my father didn't like it because he thought it was wrong and he didn't believe me, but now he's totally affirming and accepting of me being gay, and he supports me in it. My mother, I don't think she believed me, and she didn't want me to be gay because of all of the bullying I had experienced, but I think she definitely accepted me at some point, that accepted that I am gay, that part of me. She accepted that part of me. I just wanted to say my parents are both very good. And just, that was the first time I said something about it, and I was so accepted and welcomed, and it kept going up. Like, I'm okay with this. And I also forgot to add the story that I saw E again in August of 2018 in a Panera, and I said, hey, I know you, can I say hi? And she was like, yeah. And she let me sit down with her, and she was so mature and nice. She complimented my hair, and there was, like, zero hint of no homo attached. So she was, like, a totally new person. What else can I say? Totally new person. And just, I think college changed her for the better. And she changed, and I changed. And I'm grateful that I got to see that she is a different person. So hopefully I can make peace with her. I have Chelsea. Oh, my gosh. There are so many things. I didn't think... I wasn't planning on living to see 15 years old. And just looking back, I'm riding my bike and, like, thinking about this, and I'm like, Katie, just you wait. When you're a little kid, you can't think, when you're 13 years old, you can't picture it's gonna get better in, like, 5 years. I had these older cousins. One of them is 5 years older than me. The other one is 10 years older than me. And they just kept telling me, honey, in, like, 10 years, you're not even gonna remember their names. And that was, like, you can't picture that when you're 13. You can't picture high school. You just think you're gonna be in this situation forever. And, bitch, you thought. And here I am, 20 years old, in college with health promotion and Chelsea and music and learning new instruments and new music, new foods and new friends, new everything. That I would have never gotten to see if I didn't make it to 15. Like, when they say it gets better, this is the whole purpose of this video. When they say it gets better, and you're young and you think, yeah, right, shut up, it's not gonna get better. Wait to see what the universe has in store for you. Wait. I'm really thanking God lately, just, like, thank you for proving me wrong, when I'm like, yeah, right, it's not gonna get better, shut up, you don't understand, you're just saying that. Wait, hang in there, hold on, hang in there, I promise you it will get better. You'll get away from the situation you're in, you'll outgrow it, you'll move on, nothing lasts forever, just hang in there, and just, I don't know what else to say, I promise you it gets better, I promise you it gets better. If you're a young one in middle school or high school, and it's really heavy and hard right now, I promise you it gets better. Not just it gets better, you get better. If part of it is seeking help and, like, letting people know, not just like a therapist, but just, like, my older cousins were a big help in helping me, like, zoom out and, like, in bigger perspective. It gets better, I promise. I didn't think I was gonna be okay, and it got better. I got better. I'm so much happier now. I'm so in love with life. I'm in love with life and love and beauty and music. I'm so in love with music, and I'm going to concerts, playing music, blasting stuff on the radio, just having so much fun, rediscovering songs. Like, you thought it wasn't going to get better, it does. It wasn't all bad in middle school either. There were some good things. If there's anything I forgot to say in this story, I will put it in the description or the comments, like a PS. It gets better. This is how it got better for me, and there's tons of other stories like this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my story, and now it's out on the internet. Again, being bisexual is not the biggest part of my identity, no, and there's a lot of stereotypes and like stigmas around gay people that I don't think are as prevalent, but I still kind of feel like when I say I'm bisexual, it just comes to mind like, oh, so you must be blank, blank, and blank. Maybe they're not thinking that, but yeah, I just wanted to help someone who might be going through what I went through, and I just wanted to let you know how this is how it got better for me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please stay happy, healthy, and hydrated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.